Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the South Bay Syndicate. Tonight, we're going to be doing some live testing of some of the decks we expect to be very popular at this weekend's sector qualifier in Arizona. Unfortunately, we will not be able to make the trip out this weekend. Travel plans just didn't work out. But we do have a couple of teammates going and a couple of players from other teams that we uh, run into a lot or talk to a lot and hoping they do very well. The Fallen Order guys are heading out there, some of our Blue Milk friends, and then really teams from all over. So should be an exciting weekend of Star Wars. And we thought tonight, let's take a look at Cad Tarkentown and Han2 Blue Force. Jump into some games, some best of threes with people who are probably testing last minute for the sector and see what we can learn from these decks. And then maybe jump into some viewer decks as well. We had a lot of fun with that last stream. So let's start off with our first game with Cad Tarkentown and see what happens. And right away, we get a Padme. Not reading chat. Okay. So we will make sure not to chat with them. Padme Tarkentown should be an interesting matchup. I know this deck definitely on rotation should be very good, and we'll see it before then. As we look at this, I think we have a mulligan situation here, although we could go with our turn one. We have the initiative, so they're going to pass anyway. So why don't we keep this and see if we can work McClunky. We'll put this down. We probably won't see the cunning here. We are running one of cunning as a test versus a third waylay. We'll see how that goes. It looks like they attempted to mulligan and then decided not to. So we'll play our one drop. Oh, they'll pass. Okay, so we'll go ahead to the next turn. I think that's fine. We have a couple options here. We can play the Nile Marauder, or we can attack McClunky and then drop both back down. I think what we'll do is that play. So we'll go ahead and McClunky, hit it for 4, and then when we play the 4-lom, it dies. So we'll go ahead and get both of these down. And I think that will put them in a tough spot here. They will have their disclose into Tarkentown at some point. But for now, I think we feel like we're in a good spot. They trade to draw a card. And I feel like whatever they play, we can eliminate. Unless they name it, which they will. Here, they name 4-lom. Go ahead and put that out. Okay, we still have 2 units we can play here, which is not bad. We could also decide to hot shot into that to eliminate it, but that still wouldn't allow us to bring out our 4-lom, so I don't think that's the play. What we're hoping here is they attack first, because then we can ping Tarkentown into 4-lom. So let's see how that goes. Hope everyone is having a good night. It's an exciting weekend for Star Wars. Okay, they decide to attack in to draw another card. We'll go ahead and kill that off. We will ping. That's our bounty hunter, so we'll get to draw from here. See what we get. We'll go ahead and do nothing. We're trying not to ambush, so we'll pass. There we go. I think we like the Zuckuss here. Yeah, I think we like the Zuckuss. We also have the Sudden Ferocity. We have a couple options. Them attacking in, maybe going after the Greedo. It's fine. We actually had been holding 2 of. Yep. They're getting to use a lot of their cards. So I think let's see if we can hit this. No. Okay. Sure. So we'll get this attack in. And now, actually, as we look at this, I think we're just going to go hard to base, right? As we watch how it played out, we can bring out Cad Bane. We can put Sudden Ferocity on it. We'll go ahead and do that. And now we have a 5. We have a 7, so we're going to swing for 9. So we're going to put them to 1. They have their own Hotshot Blaster. They'll get in for 5 to put us to 11. Poe attack for 8. Doesn't quite get them there. So we'll go ahead and swing. And now we're just a couple away. We'll see if we can finish them off. So I think here they will discard to finish off our leader, is my guess. Is what they're going to go for. Or sorry, our guy here. Yep. So we'll play this out. This still represents lethal. We can even play this for one more. What kind of answers they have to spare the target? We'll get them to 1. And we'll go from there. Okay. So they are double hot-shotted here. I think the space unit is interesting because it'll be difficult for them to answer. So I think what we'll do, we'll go space. We'll see what their next play is. And I think they have to answer the Zuckuss. There's not a lot they can play. Maybe an open fire. But it's not looking great for them. So they discarded the Nemec, drew something. They do have the bounce effect, but we're able to play another unit. And then if we do draw another Reckless Gunslinger, we'll be able to finish them off. This game is going deeper than I think we'd want with CAD. And they're sure taking some time deciding with their Disclo or their Padme ability. And we'll go to game 2. So they didn't have like an open fire or something to answer there. So we look at the sideboard. What are they? That game did go deeper. I think that the third Waylay can come in so we can test how it feels versus the Cunning. Otherwise, I think we're okay leaving this as is. This, we didn't see a lot of space, but we could see Falcons and things like that. We'll go ahead and mulligan this. Yeah, we won't be heading to Arizona, Art, but we did book all of our stuff from Milwaukee, so we will be headed there, which should be a lot of fun. I will go ahead and resource the Smuggle and the Sudden Ferocity for plot. So we're gonna for sure play the limited event on Friday in Milwaukee, and then we're also registered for the constructed, which should be a ton of fun. We'll go ahead and deal the 1. I don't think we're going to use the Tarkentown here on Karis. That's the card we least want to see. It also activates their Disclose, which means they could wipe both units, so we're going to be careful with that. If we were to go, this is probably the deck we would bring to Arizona. I think it's the one we have felt most comfortable with in testing. I think the Han2 ECL is very good, but I just think that this deck is a bit better. for our style and what we want to do. It's kind of fast, but you have some control in it. I think longer term we want to find a different type of deck to play. Not sure yet which one that is, but that's kind of where we're at. Where if we were going this weekend, it would be this CAD Target Town. I have never been to Milwaukee, so I'm kind of excited. It should be good. We are going to go ahead and Target Town this. There's just it can kill off a lot of stuff right now, so we're trying to be careful. Have you been to Milwaukee? I know I was talking with Alex from Blue Milk. I think he lives out there, so I think it'd be exciting to meet up with him in person. Okay, so they are going into the Death Trooper. So they're going to be able to kill the Hauler. Oh, no, they don't. Okay. We're just going to tap this down. We'll play this. Do a lot of trading, and they're going to end up with the Hauler, so a little bit of a tough spot for us. Hate to see the... They're going to name Zuckus. And so the board state, I think, is really flipped in their advantage in that sequencing with the Target Town of the Hauler. Let's see if we can hit. We do. We'll do 2 damage. They, I'm assuming, named Zuckus. We'll bring this out. Milwaukee in February? I'm sure that's ideal. Should be a fun time. A big limited tournament like that, it's pretty rare, so I think it'll be very enjoyable. When we look at the CAD flip, we do have the Sudden Ferocity and a Hot Shot Blaster if we want. Zuckus, I think, can go into resource at this point. We can... I think we're in trouble. So I think what we're going to try and do is get lucky. So we'll send Greedo in. We'll trigger it. We miss. Okay. This still leaves us with a CAD flip into Sudden Ferocity if we get there. But I think at this point in the game with their leader flip, full resources, this is probably not going to end well. And I think that if we go back and think about that turn where the Marin really was able to clean everything up, we probably could have rethought our sequencing on there to try and get that off the board. It was just too powerful for what we're trying to do. They'll have us discard. They might do the 2 damage here as well. They do. So we'll flip. We'll play the Sudden Ferocity. And we've already lost, right? Because there's enough there for them to finish us. So we'll go to game 3. I think a Change of Heart could be very interesting. I don't know that this matters. Let's try it out. What are they playing? They're playing Nemec. They're playing Faith in Your Friends. First turn. We could try and name one. I think we'd want to go a different route. This looks much better. Allowing for the Waylay option plus the 2 Underworld cards with the ping to start. If they do Faith in Your Friends, it's not ideal for us. But kind of puts us in a decision, like, do we target down a spy before they sanction our shuttle? I think no is the answer. So they have a Falcon. The Falcon is really what we want to target down with the hand that we have. And we'll go ahead and pass here. So ideally they attack with this Hurt Spy first, so we can kill this one. Oh, that's fine too. Okay. So I ended up not taking any damage from that. So this is the Marin situation again. We'll go ahead and trigger. I'll pass. Okay. So our CAD flip now is starting to look good because we'll have the Garinden and the sudden ferocity. It will be too late to name Poe, so it might be in this matchup. You might want to keep it and play it next turn to start. Just name Poe. We'll go ahead and kill that off, setting up Forlom to once again do nothing. I think that was pretty good for us, actually. These are doing a little bit of work. And now we can target down the Poe, which I think is a big reversal from what we went into. Hey, what's going on? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Okay, so there we are. I think this is an easy trade for us. Where are you at tonight? Ooh, a second Garinden. So there's an interesting opportunity where we're going to get to see their hand. And then we could Garinden again, but actually I might like the ping off Greedo, flip, sudden ferocity, ping off Grinden. So let's just do one. Like I need to sit up so I don't. Okay. So we will go ahead and we can also waylay that. We'll go attack to base. Maybe they'll put a pilot on there or something and we can waylay. They do not. Okay. We'll do our ping. We will play Garinden first. We'll have them deal 2 damage. And then let's see what. I think we'll name another Poe. I think they had a Poe. Did they? They had a Plo Koon, a Spare the Target, a Bamboozle. Okay. So do we want the Plo Koon? No, I think we go put that right there. They can't really send it back. Ghetto Fish, what's going on? Based on your icon, I think you're one of our team members. I see that in our Discord all the time. You must be happy to see the Hantu ECLs popping up. I know you've been working on that for a long time. So their options, based on what we saw in their hand, they could Bamboozle to send the Sudden Ferocity back to us and tap. That's what they end up doing. That makes a lot of sense there. I think that's okay. We will trigger 2 damage. I'm not. Oh, got it. So they killed Greedo off that. We will do 2 damage. I think that means with a Hot Shot Blaster, we can finish off Padme here. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll finish off Padme. They can Plo Koon. We have Forlom. That's not as scary as they think. We're going to do it this way because along with the ping, It's going to allow us to do some damage. And then on the next turn, we can surprise strike over it to get rid of this Falcon. And then we can ping to get rid of this guy. So this one does more damage. So we're actually just going to trade it out here first. And if they put a pilot on the Falcon, we can Lele. Oh, nice. Oh, how was LP? I ran into at 2 of the PQs ago. There was a guy playing Asajj. He comes to our events from time to time. So you'd probably recognize him if you saw him. He was on Asajj, and I was telling him that you've been on it for a while, so next time he was around, he could connect. But it was, I'm going to actually claim here instead of attacking, because playing Boba Fett kills Plo Koon and gives me the entire board. Yeah, so I think they recognize that, and we're able to do it. So you might think here, I attack, I get my damage in with CAD to get 6, which could be the right play, right? Because the Daring Ray and different things kill it out. But my thought was I could play the Boba, ping it for free, and then I have all my units up still. So that's why I went with that decision, and it looks like that was enough for them to concede. So GG's to our opponent. We'll go to another one. He was playing Asajj. He did pretty well, I think. And I thought next time that he came in the store, we could connect you guys, because he was having a lot of fun with it. Sorry, let me find that Carabas link again. So I put the YouTube link in there instead. I'm sorry I missed Lost Planet last night. I'm going to be there next week, I think. It's just been a couple weeks from being able to go. Lost Planet is our local store here in Torrance. Supports our whole team, basically. In fact, I think we're going to be doing something special with them coming up with some giveaways for our subscribers. They have a lot of stuff that they offered up to help us give away and do some sponsored streams. So we're really excited about that. I'll go ahead and keep this. And we'll resource here. Here are our 2 turn 1s. I like space. I think I'll go with this. So I have the Bounty Hunter for the draw. Yeah, that's pretty good for them. This will be interesting because they're going to come after our hand. They're going to create spies. This McClunky could help us clean up a little bit. Yep, there we go. Don't love the Krennic. Ooh, I do like that. Okay. Yeah, I think this season, well, now I'm committed to going to Milwaukee, which will be a lot of fun. And then I think that's the last event that I'll probably be at as well. Let's see what we draw before McClunky. Okay, that sets up more of the leader. I think we'll bring this back and hit this. The Criminal Muscle lets us take the shield there, so the ping becomes relevant. I think I meant to Tarkin Town on that play, but we'll see. Did you get to see Doug's Morgan list? I know you were thinking about Morgan as well. That looked like a ton of fun. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Ooh. So they used the heroic sacrifice on the Arena Price and then defeated both their other to do 8 damage plus the death here. So what a massive thing. So clearly what we should have done there was Tarkin Town that thing before it could do all that, because that might be game. I don't know how we recover from that, but we better pour in some damage to try and catch up. I don't think we have anything that can answer the deploy. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I think we did not play that right, obviously. That was super fast. The waylays look pretty important based on what we just saw. I think these could be good. Take that out. So we're going to go with another waylay to try and disrupt some of what they're doing. That was pretty cool to watch. Not cool to take, but good job by them. I see your deck as well. Ooh, that looks fun. Is that the one you brought to LP? Oh, I meant to give them. That's okay. All right, here we go. We're going to put the Grinning down, see if we can get to our actual leader deploy this time. We'll put the aura down because we're going to go 2 1-drops. And ideally, they play a Krennic. They do not. So this one's tough, right? Because this kills both our units. So very high value trade into what we're trying to do. We'll go ahead and put something in space. This is risky because they could power the dark side. Actually, probably should have sideboarded those out, but we did not. And we're going to go double ping into this. And I think we will look for a waylay or something along those lines here. They have the Dooku. Okay. So you can see their deck is doing a lot of tricks. Actually, really fun to watch. And a little bit tricky to play against. I'll go ahead and get this down. So here, I think we McClunky here to get this guy out. We'll use our Tarkin Town correctly this time, assuming they don't exploit it again. Okay, that's fine. And here we need to flip right away, I think, to try and name something. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill that off. Now when we flip, that dies too. So we'll deploy CAD. We'll trigger it to deal the damage. We'll see what's in their hand. We'll name Ruthless Raider. They have an Entrenched and a Rinda Price and an HK. So the thing they can do here is play the Entrenched. So I think we have to play another one. We let this one die and we name Entrenched. The reason we're doing it this way is so our CAD does not get entrenched, and then we can kill off their leader on deploy, which they choose not to do. So we'll play this. And I think again we should have taken the haulers out, right? And they got us here. So I think we misplayed that quite a bit. Definitely a deck I hadn't seen before, and you can tell I was not ready for that thing. Let's see. When we go back and look at it, this came out very early, was able to take advantage. This was able to take out both of our first turn plays into here to exploit. Just very nicely done. Also, you have the heroic sacrifice. We didn't have to take it to base. We didn't have to take most of it, so we only had a 1 health unit. And then we went after the entrenched so that we can get an attack in, and we forgot about the hauler dying. Just nice job by our opponent. Yeah, he's saying that a lot of this goes away after rotation, but hopefully they bring some more, right? All right, so here's I think this may be where the deck comes from. Mo the Monster on YouTube. So if anyone's watching and is interested, we'll definitely have to check that out. That was something. All right, let's go into our next one. So that put us at 1-1 so far. We get Asabe. One of the other decks I think we'll see a lot of. Who knows? Maybe this Thrawn Red will be one of the sneaky new things coming in. We could put the Hot Shot down, and we have some plays here, but I think we're going to try and get 2 1-drops. I think this is another deck that's going to try and go wide like ours. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, we got 3 options now. I think we'll tap down what comes out. Faith in Your Friends is always a tough one for us to deal with. We'll see how it goes. Okay. That's not as scary, though it kills whatever we're trying to play. And then we have to think about their Sanctioner Shuttle. Sure. Oh, that would have been a great hit. So I don't think I'm going to Target Town this anymore because there's nothing that can get Sanctioner Shuttled. So I'm going to swing in, and then we'll see what they play next and see if we can get rid of that. Maybe it's like a Falcon or something along those lines. Let's see. I do like both of these, and I like the ping. So I hate to do this. This is gonna be a rough resource turn. But maybe they'll pass too. They do not. So we'll go ahead and ping. We'll pass. That's not a bad card because it'll allow us maybe to get rid of this hauler. But we'll see. They take a Greedo, which means the other card must not be that good either. Is my guess. Oh, double hauler for them. Okay. So they're going heavy, heavy space. We're going to need this hauler, I think, to help us out. And they're actually powering up our punishing one pretty good. They're going to come after the Zuckuss. We'll get rid of this hauler. I think we're pretty far behind at this point. I think the heavy space with the 5 health, really, so we could not take advantage of the ping. Didn't do us any good. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the Jabba as well. One of my favorite, I think, new leaders from this set. It can be a lot of fun. I'm hoping it gets enough support for it to be like a viable deck moving forward. The Morgan, I think, is not really used, but was super interesting to watch Doug play it. I think he found some good lines with it. And I think here we're going to 18. We're going to go to 22 on this swing, and we're not going to have an answer. We decided not to bring the hauler out. It just didn't seem like the right move. And we're just going to be slightly short here on being able to slow them down. Because everything is lethal. Yeah, so I think we'll just kill that and die. All right, so we're going to go to game 2. Oh, very nice. Okay. That's where it came from. That was it was fun to play against. I've been messing around with Sly Moore, and he and I had a good three game match with it. So not a great start for us here with CAD, but we're checking it out. And then after a few games with CAD, we are gonna switch over to Hantu Blue and check out how that deck feels. I will have them start. We'll go ahead and keep this. So we're in an odd spot with our 3-drop again. I think we'll go with this because we can at least McClunky and bring it back. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you had been working on Morgan. When I saw it, I thought of you. Okay. That's not a bad one for us. We'll be able to draw a card, which could help with our situation. We'll be able to target town here. And they do not have a unit out, which is great. And we have 3 Forloms. Oh, hey, Paula. I have seen those reports a lot lately. He seems to be like a pretty popular choice for it. I don't think I think he would do well. I think that it would be an interesting role for sure that he could succeed in. What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, I think this start was better for me as well. I have to think about it here. I'm gonna need some space presence so we can see what's going on. Are they making a Darth Revan movie? Like, is that something we expect to come out? So I think the Forlom would have been nice, but having the space presence here, and now we're not going to be able to. Yeah, I think so too. I think we take out the Falcon unless he bounces it. Okay. Or he could do that. So the board did seem to favor us a little bit for a minute, and now I feel like it's getting away. We'll play another space unit. We're going to try and do something here. Yeah, it's interesting with Sabe being able to go so heavy in space and our pings initially having some value but losing that value quickly. Oh, I forgot to play my unit. And I don't really have anything in my resources to answer. I totally meant to play this unit. That's great. We'll put this down. Yeah, so I think we're in trouble here, right? Because there's not really much we can do. Now this will force them to attack, I guess, with Sabe first, but that doesn't really matter. They just got too wide on us too fast. I saw that Ahsoka might be, or that Natalie Portman might be coming back as well. I think that's pretty cool. I think they do a great job with their shows. I think we've just lost this one. So the Sabe was able to get us, not our best showing. Yeah, that went way worse, right? So I think we started off okay. And then we just didn't have an answer for them flooding space. So I wonder what we could bring into the deck to try and address some of that. We have a few space units, but nothing like what they were doing. And we weren't fast enough on the ground to keep up. And maybe that's the key. Maybe we need to race harder on the ground. Paul, I think they do a great job with the shows overall. And I love the idea of bringing back other characters from past movies and past shows. I think it'll be really good for it. Here's one of the newer decks out there, this more control-y Piet Blue. Let's see how we fare against this. That Sabe deck is really good, I think, as you just saw there. I haven't played enough matchups with it to understand the favorite there or or not. Let's see. They're not really playing anything with attachments. I think this line can be okay if they do get Gonk Droid out. They do not. Okay. Say if they get the Gonk Droid out, we could waylay the 5-cost ship that they try and play. But that doesn't seem to be the case. I think if they do play something here, we will waylay it. I think that'll be the plan. We'll go ahead and kill this off. Okay, so that wasn't exactly, that was my worry, is that it could have gone that way. Not that the criminal muscle would have played any role, so I think I'm okay with that. I think that... So I'm trying to think about here how valuable the Forlom is. Let's just ding it. If I'd rather keep the Forlom or the Guavian Antagonizer. Because I can go Forlom and Zuckuss kills Piet, so I think I'll pass on that. Yes, I'm going to give them a card draw here. But I like the idea that I can take Piet out with one swing. So let's see if that is the right decision or not. Yeah, I think something like Asajj could be very interesting in Asabe because of what you're talking about. Yeah, they're gonna rotate back. That's fine. But for this, you kind of saw the way it played out. Now here, it's really interesting what ship they're gonna play because we can do a lot of damage there. That's the ship we're afraid of, where it can tap something down, and they have another one. I think in this case, we can waylay it to put them back a turn. We don't need to do anything with it yet. But they also have another one. So when we bring out Sudden Ferocity, they're probably going to put it on that one. Is it non-leader or is it? It's any unit. Okay. So that's unfortunate for us. So I think right here, we will play Sudden Ferocity on our leader. And it's kind of a tricky situation because we need to hit base hard and their big ships are coming. We are going to be able to get them up, and then this will put the exhaust behind a turn because now they have to decide which one to exhaust again. And we have a hot shot underneath, so we will be able to get in for a decent amount unless they do something like Super Laser Blast. At least with the Super Laser Blast, we have 3 units to play. It's definitely different playing Piet Blue, right? To think about those types of things. Sorry. I need to swing. I need to get units out. And it could be interesting. There's an opportunity for me to McClunky this and play it again. We'll see if that comes in. I could do it twice. So if I can get them to within 2 damage or nothing. Okay. Well. I'm trying to think about if there's anything we can draw here. I was thinking I could McClunky again, but it wouldn't have been enough. Yeah. The Super Laser Blast into the Turbo Laser Salvo was just enough there. I think the Lurking Ties go in. I appreciate everyone watching and hanging out on Friday night. I know a lot of people are heading to Arizona or in Arizona for the sector. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to make it there, though some of our teammates are there, which is great. Looking forward to seeing how they do. We did sign up for Milwaukee, though, so looking forward to that. I think a change of heart could be good here, too. So we put a bunch of cards in. Let's think about what we can take out. I think the Cunning can come out. The Waylays seem strong enough. I don't love the Haulers here. I don't want to give them more space presence. The Sudden Ferocity is letting us swing harder is nice. We're not looking to ping necessarily. So we'll switch out our space a little bit. And we'll go with this. We're the South Bay Syndicate team. We're located in Southern California. We play mostly in Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, and Torrance at the Game Hub in Manhattan Beach, and then at Lost Planet in Torrance if you're ever in the area. We play in Torrance on Thursday nights and at the Game Hub on Saturday afternoons. And then we stream live every once in a while and then try and post a few videos a week. Mostly for now, it's my gameplay, but we are working on getting others in as well. It's kind of like a fun group thing. Hope you're enjoying. These games are not going as well as I'd hoped. But that's part of the practice, right? You're gonna see a lot of different decks going into these types of tournaments. Okay, so let's get this out just so we can't get Power of the Dark-Sided. This is a little bit better start for us from that perspective. I do like the Forlom here. We're just going to try and swing pretty hard at base. I care less about that. That is a problem. I should have... We're going to ambush into this. I don't want that out there. That's going to be too much of a problem for us, so we're going to put more damage there. We're going to claim to get rid of the Piet. Yeah, that feels good. Yeah. So even with all of that, they're able to double ramp. We expect something big to come out here. If they attack first, okay. So the thing that we're most worried about is the Devastator. So let's name that and see if we can. Perfect. So we're able to get the Devastator out. They have the Super Laser Blast, so that's what's coming instead. So we're gonna, I mean, we can plot it out, but it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna pass so we don't lose our resource there. Yeah. So we did draw the Change of Heart, which I think could end up being very valuable. So let's see if that sideboard decision made sense. We also have our Devastator here. Okay, so they got some great options on their end. When we Change of Heart here, they can decide to remove it if they want. We don't have anything above 8, so we're actually going to keep this so we can go ahead and play one of these and then play another one later. So the Change of Heart let us take the ship, which doesn't do anything to the Boba being tapped, but getting this additional damage in, or them just killing it off. So they did top deck a Devastator, it looks like, which is great for them. Pass there. We want them, yeah, so that's okay. We know that they have the Power of the Dark Side and the other removal, so we're really in a tight spot here, but we did prevent 10, not 10 damage, but we did prevent damage. And we're drawing everything we can try to draw in this kind of matchup. The Annihilator, though, is going to do it, right? There's nothing else we can do at that point. And I think that's going to be GG's to our opponent. We played everything we could, right? We took units, we played them, we stalled. They still got the double ramp off, maybe triple ramp actually, into the super laser blast, which was enough to end it. Maybe in the case where we named Devastator, we named super laser blast instead. That could be the only other play there. But that's kind of how that one goes. A little bit of a rough matchup. Oh, into an adventure. Okay, they didn't really need to do that. I wrote GG. Okay. Sure. But we'll play it out for them. All right, so those are some games with CAD. Let's look at Han Blue. I think Han 2 Blue is a little bit more of like a mid game. There's a lot of interesting choices you have to make early on. In this case, we're going to run 51 cards and have a third Nemec to see how that feels. In some of the other testing, the Let's Call It War out of the sideboard was super valuable. There's a lot of decisions, a lot of fun in this deck. You want to get the Force online to activate some of your card draws, or activate your Mesas, different things like that. So we're going to jump into some of these games and see how the Han feels versus the CAD. So in the CAD matchups, I think we ran into some control where we had what we felt like was the right sideboard. They had the right answers for that sideboard. We had the Padme match where it went back and forth, and then the Sabe. Another one where we felt like we were getting control, and then they overwhelmed us in space. I'm trying to switch modes now, right? So we can start with the initiative. We'll keep this. We'll go Grogu turn 1 to put some pressure on. We have the initiative, so we'll get an attack in first, so I like that. We'll keep the Fel because they could go bigger in space. The Anakin's also nice. We have to figure out how to get the Force online. We're going to go like this to start, and we'll probably go Grogu into an injured Chirrut. I don't know that the Chirrut will do much early on. And now we don't need it here, I think. Let's just see how this plays out. So we're going to hit base. They're going to get the Force, which in this case could activate. I'm not quite sure, but this Itinerant Warrior with the shield is probably one of the better second turn plays. Oh, Kai. Excited that you're watching, Kai. Appreciate it. You have that box at home. Maybe it's time to start opening and check it out. There's the Venestra, the Force. Maybe they trade out the Ogdo. Yeah. They trade out the Ogdo. We draw another one. What else are they playing? I actually think I like the Poe. I think we keep hitting base. We come out a turn earlier. Our units are bigger. If we think about how this is playing out right now, we can probably get one more swing in here to get to 13, 16, and then 8 with Poe. We'll get them to 24. That's a pretty nice haul. And then if they put something on the hauler, we can fell it. So overall, I'm assuming something is coming out on. Okay, so here we have 5 resources, so we can't really fell and Grogu. Okay. So that's why we put the Grogu down. All right, that's good for them to exhaust both units. We will. Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to keep pushing the base, keep putting the pressure on them to try and exhaust us. I think that we have enough big units out where felling this Mandalorian can be okay. Just gives them one less thing to put an attachment on. I think Marin would have been great turn 1. But here I think we're looking at the Anakins, which actually have no activation right now. So we're looking at the Mace, or we might go with the Chirrut now. And we check underneath. That Force Lightning is looking much better. I know the Mandalorian Force deck is probably not what you were thinking with some of the testing, but here we are with it. And we do see a exhaust unit and then exhaust another unit. So they got all the other little toys coming out. We'll go ahead and hit base again. they're doing all of this exhaust, but we are just out here putting damage on, right? We still have 3 units out there. A lot of opportunity to attack in. They're going to have to make a choice here. That's totally fine. Now we have a way to kill the hauler. I think about the sideboard here. Based on where the game's going, maybe we want something like aggressive negotiation as like a finisher here if we get this close. But I think in this case, we don't have lethal quite yet. But we're gonna grab the hauler because it represents lethal in space. Unless they play something else, then we're gonna claim. Yeah, so we'll grab it. So now they have to answer so many things. You can see the power of Han, where it can just go, can pace ahead of your opponent, get wide with a lot of great units. And they have the tap. Oh, beguile. Okay, they can send the hauler. I have no idea what they were doing. All right. They just wanted to take a look. I think entrenched. Let's see. We saw the little guy come out. We definitely think they're going to play a lot of space. Probably some attachments because they're tapping down, so we'll bring that in. I don't know that this game gets to bow or to crate. So let's put the negotiation in, see if we can finish it before then. So we decided to take the crates and the bows out and go with some more of the space control pieces. We're going to keep this. I think I like Grogu here. We'll put the Cassian down and the Namek, and we'll go Grogu into Itinerant Warrior into Poe. So I think we can probably expect another Vanestra here. Ooh. The Marin might be the play there. If anyone is watching and plays more Han, let me know. I'd be curious about that Marin in that spot. I think it could be a good play, but I do like getting the Itinerant Warrior down, then healing it. Although I guess I can heal the Grogu first, and then I heal the Itinerant Warrior next turn. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then if there are going to put, let's see, we can put Poe out or our Constable for an attachment. I think we'll just kill this off. Now I got to think about if I want to protect our Poe versus our Itinerant Warrior first. I definitely bring out the Poe. I think trading here is okay, but I do not want the Poe to die, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the damage here, put it over here. Now the hauler is at risk. Probably don't need 2 Force Lightnings, so we will get a chance to play the Marin, maybe, and the Constable, depending on what they play. I'm definitely hoping to see some other matchups that we might see tomorrow on stream or that people might run into. Or if you're out there and you're prepping for tomorrow and you want to jump on and play, let me know. We can do that too. I do not mind this. So they bounce their hauler so it wouldn't die. In this case, let's go ahead and kill this to save our stuff. That also gets 1/2 of Anakin online. Sure, and we'll get a 1 attack in. Oh yeah, and we'll deploy. And now we can bring Luke out next turn if we want. Entrenched is nice. I still like the Constable. Sorry, Marin, we keep looking at you and I keep putting you away. And now we have a lot of firepower on the board. And there is even an option here to entrench our leader. They're going to return something. Sure. We'll swing for 4 to base. We will go ahead and heal. And depending on what they do, snapshot. Huh? What's the snapshot doing? If the snapshot was only giving him 1 health, I might play this to finish him off. But since it's not, I think we'll be okay here. I think the Luke can finish it off. I also think we can bring something in damaged and then finish it off with Grogu. Or we can finish it with Mace and then heal with Grogu. So we have a lot of options here. There's a second snapshot. They're definitely pouring in some damage. Okay. And they choose to double snapshot to kill off the Mace, which we are somewhat okay with. So now we can just do this. I don't think we care about giving that back to them, so we're going to leave it. And we're going to get our 1 Grogu attack in again. Double entrench seems like overkill. Anakin is online for a double hit. So basically whatever they play, we should be able to answer. Emphas Nest is nice, but we will go ahead and take that out. Let's do the math here. Let's see, 10, 13. I think it's okay to keep their board clear. And we bring Grogu back out. And that should be GG's. There's not really anything else that can be done. Yes, we did get to create bow range, but it didn't matter. And I think the Constable and the extra entrench could have played a bigger role. And GG's to our opponent. And let's jump into the next one. Let's see if we can get something that might be more of a good look for people that are prepping. Those CAD games were rough. I'll have to go back and check that out later. I think I need more reps with it, so maybe it's a good sign that it didn't go. There were definitely okay. We're not gonna play this again. They probably won't mind. They probably don't want to play again either. Han 2 Blue or Yoda? Let's do this one. They're looking for a matchup. They're prepping. This Han 1 Cunning, I think, has done well recently. So let's see how we handle it. Grogu, I think, is a good turn 1. The Fel could be interesting. The Force Lightning into Anakin isn't the worst. We're going to keep this. This might be a Marin. All right. We're going to try the Marin into the Chirrut to stop the Han attack on the ground while putting pressure here. And hopefully unlocking. We might have to get the Poe out earlier than we expected. But we are going to push some damage pretty fast. This could be a cunning play. Yeah. So they can bounce one of these. They choose to bounce the Marin, which I don't love, but I understand from their perspective. I think this turn will get Poe out. Yeah, I think this turn will get Poe out, which will let us pick on whatever they do here, because I could see a pilot coming. Right now, we're just race trading, and this will give us a lot more to swing with. They have a Cantina bouncer, so a lot of bouncing from their side. Cantina bouncer is not as scary for us, so we'll continue to go to base. They'll bring out their Han. I think this is the right line. I think the line is to go to base. And then let's see the math here. If we hit for 5, gets them to 22, and then Poe finishes, right? Yeah. Now they could hot shot Blaster out to get Poe. I'm sure they're doing some of their own calculations. Okay. It's going to be pretty close because this this is lethal. They have lethal in the air. They have 1 card in hand. So did they draw the surprise strike, I guess is the question. They did not. So we're able to get game 1. We'll go ahead and discard. We'll deal 2 to base, and that'll be game 1. Yeah, I thought we were playing against 3, so converting it to the best 3, I think it's fine. The Entrenched definitely goes in, right? This is another game that's going faster than here, but we could resource up because of what they're doing. Can Let's Call It War play a role? Let's see what we saw. I don't think so, and I think the aggressive negotiation probably not. So we're going to try and ramp up with them, but we're racing, so let's see how that plays out. And then maybe we'll regret taking these out, but I'm not sure yet. But we were able to get game 1, and let's go into game 2 and see what happens. So we decided to take the line of racing and not touching their units, and I think outside of top depping a surprise strike, that was how it was going to play out, so that worked out for us. We'll keep this. I do like the Poe in this matchup. I think Chirrut is possibly good, and I think Grogu could be good. We do have to think about what they're going to bounce and when. It seems to be a big part of the deck. There is a tech. Okay. So now we want to see if they ramp, right? If they ramp, we ramp. They do not. Okay. So in that case, in this case, we're actually going to play out the Chirrut. They're going to bounce the Chirrut here. The Ogdo still does a lot of work. What do we see? Double Han in hand. I think the Kiadi is probably the least. So they're going to Cunning, right, to bounce the Chirrut. Oh, they had us discard a random card. Okay. We're actually just going to take out tech. I know it's odd, but it's going to force them to do some weird things. We have some protection now. We're going to play an Ogdo and an Itinerant Warrior, I think. No. We're going to play Ogdo for 2, Itinerant. Okay, let's see. Let's just keep taking these out. The Han, I think we'll kill on deploy. We might even start going after the hand. Yeah. So let's just wipe. They have 2 Hans in hand, right? Yeah, so okay. So we're going to do 2 damage here. Opponent discards a card. And now, okay, so they bring that out from the resource. We can bring this out. We did not mean to do that. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I didn't mean to click that, but I did. Okay, weird spot now, right? Because here comes, what do they have to do? They have to use Han's ability, bring a Han out. It gets hit into the turret. Okay, they choose not to do that. We have some healing going. We'll replace our turret. Uh, both good cards, I guess, for what we're trying to do here. We'll entrench this Falcon. We will use the Force. We'll entrench the Falcon. We'll kill the Han. Heal. And I realize now that I resourced all of my bigger cards and put myself in a weird spot. Actually, we're not really drawing anything bigger either, right? So they'll be able to exhaust something. That's fine. We are going to double Nemec here, I think. Oh, no, we're not. We're just going to one Nemec. Okay. There's the Luke. So we did finally draw something like that. But I think we were able to control the board enough throughout the game. We don't care about that. To take them out, and the extra entrench came in handy here to avoid the extra space damage. And that's GG's. So good matchup with the Han, 1 yellow. I think there have been a couple of decks that have been popping up, winning PQs. We were able to take that one out. So the Han 2 blue for our testing tonight so far, doing much better than the Cad Bane. Now into a Cad Bane, it might be rough. And with the Cad Bane, we ran into control stuff, which is harder, and we ran into a Sabe. So let's see how Sabe does, or how we do here against Sabe. I do like both the Marin and the Grogu. I don't think we'll get to crate, so we'll go ahead and resource that in one Nemec. Having the initiative is also great here because most likely Grogu will be able to kill one of their first turn plays. And then Marin will be able to start throwing stuff at them. So, yep. So there's a Faith in Your Friends. That's the card we wanted to see. Whereas with Cad, we did not want to see it. Okay, so Bodhi, Bamboozle. We'll have to remember that they're going to throw a Plo Koon at us on deploy. I think for people tomorrow, they're probably writing these cards down, right, and watching them come out. We'll be ready to think about the Bodhi. We probably resource if we draw an event. I think the only events here are things like Fells. I don't know that they'll have anything big enough to fell anyway, so we'll probably sideboard those out next round. Let's see what's going on. There we go. We'll resource the second Grogu. I think in this case, we'll bring out the Marin. We might even bring it out injured, unless they attack this into Grogu, which would be crazy. Yeah. So we're going to bring the Marin out injured so that we can use Grogu's ability. They got an Anakin there. I think. Okay. It's interesting with, yeah, we don't have anything for them to take out, which is great. And then Marin's going to be able to kill that off. There's a second Marin. And then on attack, and then we'll be able to refill our hand with Kiadi. But I think what we'll actually do is cheat out Poe. because the Poe cheat out lets you take out Sabe. Yeah. Forces with you. We'll discard this and take that out. And right now we're 5 damage down. There's a hauler. We have 2 ways to throw something at the hauler, which is nice. We can actually kill the hauler this turn, which we will be working on. We're going to remove the damage from Poe. We're going to hit the hauler. We're going to throw something at the hauler. First, we're going to draw with Kiadi. And we're going to try and make sure Sabe doesn't get an attack in. There's a light maker. Let's draw. Okay. Then that makes it easy to know what to throw. We like the Luke next turn. We might actually kill the light maker here. And then use the Luke to kill the hauler next turn. They passed. We will throw the Kiadi, kill the light maker. They're passing again. We're going to claim because we want to make sure we have a chance to play the Luke. What do we have in here? Even trying to think about if that's better or worse. No, I think we cheat out the Luke. Yeah, because we can kill the light maker towards the end here if we want to. Now actually we don't really care as much what they take out of our hand. So what do we have here? We have 2, 10, 17 damage. So we'll be able to swing in pretty hard here. I know they can swing for a big amount as well. So we're going to start to get damage in. The light maker is an interesting one. Maybe we should have killed it last turn, taken the 1 hit from Sabe. Maybe that would have been better for us. Yeah, so I don't know if I care as much now about that. So this is, if I'm thinking about this correctly, that's check. So unless they can kill Poe, which they can't. Okay, that's what I figured. So now we have aggressive negotiation or Poe. Either one finishes them off, unless they kill off their own light maker to tap everything. But then we can play Anakin to shrink stuff down. So I think in that sequencing, they pass themselves into check, which is what we were trying to do. We were trying to sequence it correctly. We did not bring back the shuttle. I guess we could have. I think we forgot about it and what was happening there. But either way, I think, okay, so there's cunning. This is why we didn't resource. They cannot tap enough. I think we can do 7. So what are they tapping? They're tapping those. They're tapping those. They're buffing. Light maker. Let's think through. We can still play Anakin to kill them. They've already tapped half of it, so if they buff Light Maker, it does 11 plus a surprise strike would finish us. So we have to, I think we have to play Anakin now. What do they end up doing? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we play Anakin. -3, -3. Now they have 2, 4, 7 at most. And so we still would have it. And we go ahead and claim here, and that should be the game. So I think we put the right things on board to be able to handle whatever they threw at us. And we're able to finish that off. Yes, they have double Plo Koon in hand, which doesn't really mean anything. They can throw one to make another spy. Super interesting with Han 2. I think there's a lot more going on. And a lot of different lines you can take to try and get through a matchup. They decided to trade out there. We have the aggressive negotiation, which just lets us restore and finish the first game. Oh, that was only the first game. So we did have this top end in here. I don't know that. We're going to put the Let's Call It War in for sure. I don't think we saw anything you can fell. Maybe some attachments. So let's try it this way, right? So we put in a constable. We kept the aggressive negotiation, just the one of. We have the Force Lightnings, we have the heal. We kept the 2 bows. I think you can go down to 1 bow and put another constable. I think bow over crate for sure. So let's see what happens here. Hope everyone's enjoying. Appreciate the support of the channel. Please give us a like on the video if you want to subscribe. We try and put 3 to 4 videos out a week. We'll go ahead and keep this one. I think the 1 bow is going in the resource pile. And we'll start with Grogu again. Better start for them there. We got the Marin. I think here we go Marin off Grogu into Kiadi draw. We keep the entrenched over the Force Lightning. We are working on a giveaway for our subscribers, or I think it'll be 3 giveaways as we get our subscriber count up. We've been working with our local partner, Lost Planet, on doing some cool stuff for the stream and for the people watching. So be on the lookout for that. And they have the Hotshot Blaster here for Bail to take out Grogu. I think that's okay. We can still kill it with Marin. They have the initiative right now, but this Let's Call It War could come in handy. So I think the Force Lightning goes. So that's 2 Force Lightnings down. So interesting. I don't know if that's the right choice there, but oh. What do I want to do here? Just going to play this as bait. I think they're going to go to base. I'm going to claim here, and then the Let's Call It War is actually going to give us the advantage. So I'm definitely glad we brought that in. We're able to kill 2 units. What are they discarding? They get rid of an Anakin. I guess that's good since we got rid of our Force Lightning. There's our Poe. We're going to keep Poe. No, what do we want to do here? This is going to be 5 resources. Okay, we're going to play the Marin and... So we'll play Let's Call It War. Kill off 2 of those. We may even entrench our Kiadi here to kill off the Sabe. Actually, if we get Han out, we'll entrench the Han to kill the Sabe, because I think that's the better play. Just to have it out there. I can also eat up the Plo Koon. They're going to come after our hand. I think they take the Luke. But I think that is what it is. Maybe they do the Plo Koon thing first. I don't know. Once they attack with Sabe, we care less. We kill the spy and then Sabe. So I think entrenching our leader here is the right play to start to try and turn it around, right? We're not in the best spot yet. Okay. We'll go ahead and turn off Plo Koon. They did take the Luke. The Owen's not bad, actually. We'll cheat that out for free to give us some restore. So even though we hate to see the Luke go, the Owen's pretty nice. And now we wish we had the Force Lightnings, because that hauler is going to be a problem. We may not have an answer for it. It might be too late. But let's see. Because we're in a bit of a race, we might even need to kill our Nemec to get another unit out. But I think what we're going to do first is see if they put something on the ground for our Owen. They're not going to. Okay. So let's get our healing. Let's get our Poe out. Yep. Okay. I think we lost. I think the clear the field was the very, very good card for them. To be able to get the Poe out. Get the Ogdo out. Play the Poe. We have nothing here, so we'll claim. Okay. I don't think we have anything. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and swing. And we'll go to game 3. All right. What changes did we make there, and did they pay off? I think we needed the Force Lightnings. We need space. We put third entrenched in. We ended up entrenching our leader. Let's see if we can get a little bit better start. They had the hot shot into Grogu, which actually really disrupted things. Really great play for them. And then we couldn't bring it back from there. So something to look out for sure. We will start with the initiative. What's everyone up to out there tonight? Finding good food in Phoenix? Oh, we'll try it again, right? Here we go. Round 3. Triple Grogu. I know when talking with our teammate Ninja Fairy, he says triple Grogu or Ogdo is the best start for this deck, and so we are triple Groguing here. We are going to see if we can avoid a hotshot blaster from a... Well, actually, it won't matter this time because we have the initiative. So we have cunning. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to bring out our Marin here, which I think this is a great turn 1, turn 2, Grogu Marin. We're going to risk it again and injure Marin. Or are they just going to bounce it? Let's risk it. They're going to bounce it. Okay. That's what we wanted to know. I think Troop could be interesting too. So do they boost, you think, the spy here to try and also take out Grogu? Oh, they capture Grogu. Okay. We will discard the entrenched, kill. Okay. Ooh, this is great. Now, this is exactly how we want this to play out. Yes, they put the stolen star path. They're going to name Poe as my guess. Name Luke. Okay, so they named nothing. So this is great for us. They got rid of a Force Lightning, which is also amazing. I don't think they thought that through. And now we have a really strong board here with an ability to kill Sabe on this turn. I'm surprised that they discard the Force Lightning. I'll be interested to see what other card we draw. Because the Force Lightning activates one half of Anakin when we had nothing before that. And we could throw the Poe here. I guess we will be throwing the Poe here to get the Anakin double online. Actually, we won't. Yeah, we're going to throw the Poe. Sure. Okay. I know it seems odd, but we're throwing Poe. Activates Anakin. We can kill both units. The Let's Call It War is pretty interesting, although it might be too late in the game for that. I think we're just going to start pushing hard. I like the extra healing here, so the Let's Call It War was the right choice there. No matter what, if they play a pilot, they do not. Okay, we'll go ahead and kill both. And I don't know if we have any interest in bringing back the Hauler and giving them the option to play it again. We feel pretty good here. Even if they deploy Sabe, I think we have an easy way to take it out. And they're definitely in a tough spot. So we'll go ahead and kill the Sabe. Pass on the discard. We'll swing the base. Yeah. GG's. Yeah, I think that game definitely played to our advantage. We were able to really control their board while continuing to stick units, and then had some healing starting. So if we were thinking about how things are going, I think things are going great for Han 2 Blue, and they were very rough for CAD. Or I am a bad CAD player, which is also possible. And we've got Rebel Resource here with their Balan Sabine. So let's see how this goes. I think we start with Ogdo into start with Ogdo. Was thinking about the Owen for some healing, but I think we just start with Ogdo. Okay. Start with Ogdo, and we'll hopefully we won't get captured. Double mace probably isn't enough. Where should we send it to? I guess we can send it. I think that we have to do this just to give us some blocking. LXO. Oh. Nice. This, if they have a Sanctioner shuttle, I think it could become a problem. I do like the Grogu here if we can start to heal off what we're trying to do. We're going to attack here first to give ourselves the force. We're going to attack again. And we're kind of racing here, but I feel like they're in better shape. We're going to play this to draw, see what else we get. The healing could come in handy in this race, but we'll see. We'll be able to absorb an attack. Thank goodness. I think go to base. Okay. Yeah, so we definitely need the healing right now. And I don't know that it's going to be enough. I think we're going to be one short. Mm, yeah, we're gonna be one short. Ah. All right, let's see. Wow, that's fast. Okay, we're getting the entrenched in. We're getting the constables. We're gonna go ahead and take out this top end, and then we're putting in the let's call it wars, and we're taking out the aggressive negotiation. We're racing. Do we might need the aggressive negotiation? What else might we not need? Force lightning feels slow in this match. Oh, there we go. We can put the force lightning back in. All right, here we go. We'll take initiative. Do we want the healing right away? You know, we're gonna mulligan to see if we can get that Grogu, and we do. Grogu Ogdo could be interesting. I don't know if we're ever getting to Luke, so let's start here and see what happens. Okay. Ooh, do we want to entrench that? We might. Let's get the heal here, get some damage going. Let's play the Ogdo. We might take 1 damage off of Ogdo. We can't really entrench the Falcon. But if he leaves it out there, let's just get our damage in and see what happens. I'm hoping he doesn't pilot the Falcon. This is going to be super weird, I'm sure. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so now he has that. What's coming out this turn? Let's see if we can get him to invest more in the Falcon before entrenching it. We cannot. I think our hope there was that he put more on the Falcon. I think the let's call it war is interesting here. It should let us kill off both ground units. And then we can entrench the Falcon. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll see. I imagine they could bounce it back. We don't have the healing, so we're in a little bit of a trouble unless we draw the healing. And we're just kind of pouring some damage in. The Anakin's not active. If he bounces the Falcon, he has the... Okay. Darn it. Nice. Yeah, because we can kill one off, but we can't kill the other. And he got us. Good games. That was just a little bit faster than we could handle. And he had the answer. Oh, sure. We'll go a new best of 3. Let's see if we can figure this out. The Grogu start may have been too slow. Because if we're only racing... Oh. Let me see if I can send this to him again on YouTube. There we go. I was asking for the stream, so I just sent him some of the information. We're just it's a newer stream. We started a couple months ago. I think over time. Hey, how's it going? So you'll see in the stream some of the other members of the team. Like over time, the idea is like it's a community channel. We'll do some live gameplay. My son did a video a couple days ago after his top 8 run. And then we have some of the other kids in the group trying out some new decks. There was a Cassian Lake Country, Han 4 Data Vault. So we might bring some of their decks on or have them come play with us. Just kind of a fun local thing that we've been building out. Most of the videos for now are me, but I think over time we'll have more members. You see Ghetto Fish there. Oh, all good. He's going to do some commentary for us. Okay, so I think the Itinerant Warrior comes out in turn 2. I think Marin's turn 1. I think that Kiadi draw is going to be too slow. So let's see what we can do. The Entrenched might be important here, although now we know he has some of that removal. So I think we attack in. I don't want to discard. I'll just take the Force and I'll heal. I think entrenching that would just let him bounce it. We'll go ahead and heal 3 damage. No. Oh, I see. Okay. So we'll heal back that damage there. We'll go ahead and claim. Another heal could be valuable. I think the Poe is also pretty good. The Fell could come in handy. Let's see what they end up doing. Yeah, okay. I think we're just going to base for now. The sequencing is a little off. But I think that's kind of where we're stuck at the moment. So we're going to take a lot of damage this turn. Yeah. We might have to start throwing cards next turn. Okay, so they trade out the Poe. They're 1 off. But the math on the Force Lightning is also off. So let's go ahead and let's kill off the 1 unit. We're just trying to get the math right. So maybe in this case we do throw it, which will help us get closer. I guess we could have entrenched it, but then they bounce it back and we're in a little bit of trouble. This seems like a bad trade, but okay. And that might put us in lethal if he has the surprise strike. And if not, okay. All right, so we'll hold this. I think we, oh yeah. How do we go to the next game? How do we go to the next game? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll go back to this. We'll take out the big pieces and we'll ready it up. So this match is fast, huh? It's always seems to be ending on Han's deploy. So we really have to consider what's happening there. I do like, oops. Yeah, there we go. I do think we need to throw with the Marin early. I think the healing could be good. So we could go double healing to start. So we're going to keep this. In here, and we're going to put the double healing out. So we're going to cheat the Owen out for some healing and the Yaddle And now at least their attack gets wiped out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're just going to wipe out the attack. And hope that that helps us in the race. I think here we'll draw. The Force Lightning is nice. Let's see if it comes in handy this time. Yeah, so we're definitely throwing, right? We're going to throw a unit at him. We'll throw units. Actually, throw the Constable. Okay. We need to get that Falcon out of here. It's just been too much. Oh, okay. So now we can get it out of here like that. And we will do that and save ourselves some damage. We'll get some healing. We'll start our healing process. We will throw this here. I think we'll restore there. Kill there, and then we're still a unit short. So we might actually need something to die. But let's see, we can get a lot of healing going. They're going to get 5 in. We're going to immediately heal the base. We're just going to pound the healing, right? Yep. We're just going to go base, heal. So much healing is happening. We'll cheat out the Grogu. We'll pass. So we healed a ton there. Hopefully that was enough for us to be able to win it. Yeah, it will be okay. Yeah, so it actually ended up being the Yaddle was huge. Just I think we healed 10 or 12 damage, and we'll go to the next game. So this is less ideal. I think we saw what happened with the Grogu last time, but let's keep it and see if the Chirrut Grogu combo is enough. They also have the initiative, so that puts us a little behind. Oh, they didn't have a first turn, which is great for us. This will let us cheat out the Chirrut. Yeah, we're going to cheat it out. We're going to heal to get the 2 damage in. Pass. I don't think it's going to get big enough. As I say that, I'm probably wrong. Okay. So we'll go ahead and entrench you. Can't really afford to take that. We'll play out our guy. Go to base. We're still going to do damage there in case they remove it. We have the Force Lightning now to answer, possibly. Okay, so they returned it. So are we expecting it to come back out? And now the Grogu becomes a healing mechanism as well. We don't love that, but we will happily do this. And now we really want to draw an Anakin. Right? If we think about what would be best for us, I think it's drawing an Anakin. That also makes me worry that something big is coming. Um, an Anakin would be really nice, but the healing might be better. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's twice now. Man, do I keep making the wrong decision. Let's cheat out here. I made the wrong decision. I definitely resourced the wrong thing. And I think that's going to cost me the game. Yeah, I think that fell is all I. Well, okay, well, there's the Anakin. Poe is lethal here, so I might survive. Yeah. Whew. So that was super close. That was super close. And we're going to go to a third best of three. What a back and forth matchup. Whew. Fun games. I appreciate them giving me the reps and the look at it. It's definitely a different and difficult matchup. So if I keep the fell there, I don't know actually because the Poe represented lethal. I don't love this, so I'm gonna mulligan out, but we do need to remember that fell combo. So we did see a lot of success with this healing duo. So heal, heal. We can go into Marin, into Poe, I think is the right one. So let's try that again and hope we don't get shuttled. Because that healing engine, I think, really helped us. And there's some more healing. So just a good amount. We'll see if we're able to do anything with it. Yeah, so they're now in this math with that unit anyway. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, so they're going real wide there. I think for sure now we bring out the Poe. I guess we can attack here. And this is a scenario where maybe they look at trading the Sabine into the Poe again. I think we ran into that last time. I think we do throw here. That way Anakin kills that next turn. Or Poe kills it. So we have a couple options. So they decide to kill out. I think in this scenario, there's no way that we play the bow. So we're going to go ahead and kill a couple units here. Get some restore going. Deploy Han. I think there's a chance that we... Oh my gosh, again. Okay, there is... This light maker is unreal, right? We cannot leave it on the board. So we're actually going to take it out here, which I think should give us the advantage, although now we have no cards in hand. And I don't think we resource here because we have heal and entrenched. We're saving ourselves an attack. So we're actually going to entrench this Han. We think we have enough healing here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we had, I think what we're seeing there is we had enough on board for lethal and we had the healing. The sequence to be able to get the light maker off the board. That thing is so scary. So we go with our plan again to bring in the entrenched, bring in the let's call it war. We'll take out the aggressive negotiation and we'll see what happens with this one. So a lot of great back and forth. I think this time we'll keep this hand. We're going Ogdo into Marin into Force Lightning. into Poe. Okay. Yeah. So we're right now we're trading off fives. That doesn't feel great. Maybe they'll we can weaken it, but not enough. Hmm. That is not great for us. I think we have to bring out Poe just to put some pressure. I think the and I think they have the advantage here. I think that the way that the board is spread out, we can't really come back from it. But we're gonna try. And I think we're gonna have to throw. What do we got in here? Yeah, we're gonna have to throw something. So here, I think we defeat. I think we throw the Grogu. And this is a bit of difficult math, but whichever one they don't attack. So that actually was better for us, I think, because that's what we didn't want that one to. Boo. We can't. Gosh, this is risky. We're gonna have to claim. We cannot take a shot from the light maker. We're gonna have to force lightning this down and hope for the best. Yeah. Oh, oh. Did he get it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm one short. If he's got the Eugene. Sent me ping. He got the ping. Oh man. Okay. So initiative seems to really matter. Uh we don't have a turn. Okay, yes we do. We're gonna keep yeah, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna play out the Cassian. We're gonna hope the Let's Call It War keeps us ahead. They have the right answer for that, which is too bad. We will kill that at least. That's probably a mistake. Okay, I think we made a mistake there. I think Let's Call It War only works in one arena, so I need to remember that. I think that they could have a dark saber here. Um, hmm. They have a dark saber. I'm in trouble. In conclusion, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing I can do. That that was rough. I can't spell mulligan apparently, so I wrote Mully. Feel really real good about it. All right, hey, great matchups. I think he got 2 out of the 3. A lot of back and forth. Really fun games though. Fun to test the deck out. How fast that is. Yeah, I'm with you. The game is Really fun. Appreciate Rebel Resource hanging out with us, having some games. Looking forward to seeing him in Milwaukee. How long have we been going now? What do you guys think? You want to see some other decks? Anybody have a deck you want me to try? Should we give CAD one more look? Let's give CAD one more look, and then I'll play some other decks if you guys want. I don't even know how to tell how long it's been going. Oh, we're just at the 2 hour mark. Okay. All right. We just hit the 2 hour mark. I'll maybe play a couple more games and then call it a night. Ooh. Okay. CAD. We're testing out CAD again, see what he's like. Into a Sly Moore. Try Anakin Data Vault. Ooh, I have an Anakin Data Vault list. Wait, no, it's a Han Data Vault. Yeah, happy to try Anakin Data Vault. Actually, this I think is okay into Sly. Let me find. I'm gonna look for the Anakin list, and I'll try that next. Oh, you guys can see that. Okay, let me go back to this. Ooh, look at them playing that big old unit. We'll be able to wipe that. Yeah, one of the viewers in our last stream sent us over a Han Data Vault. We had some fun with it. A lot of units, gets big. Got to get the clone out, which I always love. Actually, the cunning could be interesting in this matchup, so I'm going to go ahead and hold that. And I think this guy dies. We McClunky, whatever else they play. They can attack for 0. Sure, they're passing here. They did not claim. They did not. Okay, that's a mistake on their end. I think with Cobb Vanth, you got to pass if it's out there. If there's a way to kill it. I still had Tarkentown open, so I think that puts us pretty far ahead in that scenario. And then now we got to actually draw into some units. That's sort of true. We'll put that in the resource because we can still bring it out. If you have a Anakin Data Vault list you want me to try and you put it in the Discord, I can grab it there. Oh, this thing again? Okay. Well, I don't really want either of these out here. Maybe I'm supposed to be going base, and that's my problem is I don't like just going base with decks. But clearly I could have done a ton of damage. But I do like where I'm at now. I can no good me dead their leader. And then I can start going base. This could be an impactful flip for them. Yeah. So I should have kept the Mist Hunter. I should have thought about that as the possibility. Now I can wipe out both of these. I can wipe out the major. Okay. Pick off some of these things. Yeah, I was going to say, imagine he's attacking there. Yeah, so I should have kept the Mist Hunter and got rid of the Cunning, I'm thinking. But I'll try and make up for it here by playing multiple units. I don't have anything to plot out. So now I think we're pivoting to swing base more. Let's see what they play. So we can do 6, 10 damage to base. Okay, that's fine. So they're gonna tap our stuff. It's interesting that they chose to take it to Sly Moore. And now I think they have to take it to Sly, and now we can eliminate their leader. Yeah. Okay. They can take the cunning. Sure. And if they don't play a Maul here, I think we play the Grindin and name Maul. Although, why wouldn't they play it if that's what they had? Oh yeah, there's the Maul. Okay, so now we don't. All right, now let's start. Let's start to put some pressure on. I think they could have Barrage. Let them decide to put some damage. And we'll go overwhelming. Oh, they have Craving Power. Oops. Okay. So now that we've seen Craving Power, let's do some math on this. We need this Maul to die. Right? So we're just going to jam units into it so it can't Craving Power. And then we'll go from there. I think both of these look good. We'll keep them. This IG does 3 damage, which I think is important. We cannot, again, let them Craving Power anything. So our goal right now, after seeing their hand, is to keep that off the board. We should have done it differently. We should have played the Long Pike. That's okay. So we got a best of 3 with this Sly Moore. They played a lot of units early. We're just kind of controlling the board right now. And then I'm going to slowly finish them off. Oh, we got a hot shot underneath now, which is nice. They have a Craving Power in hand, or had. I don't know if they're still holding it, but that's what we were trying to avoid. And then they're going to play a Trooper once they can create one. But we're going to end the game this turn, so I don't think it matters as much. They can Craving Power now. Either way. Yeah, there you go. So we'll claim. That'll be GG's for game 1. Yeah. Let's see. For this matchup, the pings seem good. The waylays could be good. The capture seems really good. Maybe the pings don't seem as good. Yeah, there we go. Let's go with the capture. We're gonna mulligan this. Much better, right? 2 turn 1s, turn 2 unit plus a waylay. Just a lot of options for us here. Much more ideal, I think, hand for CAD to start. Let's see. This guy again. Pass there. Surprise strike is not bad. I think we like the Mal Marauder here. This Petrogas is nothing right now, but with the right pieces, it can get so big. And so we're trying to be very careful of that. So we do not want it sticking on the board. We can kill it for free instead of going to 5 to base. That's kind of the trade-off, because once it gets 2 more things out, it's going to be a much bigger problem. And we're just going to keep things off the board. That's not the most efficient. Ooh, I do like that. Okay. So we are setting up for a nice Cad Bane flip. I think here we waylay whenever they play. And then now we get to start swinging the base. So they're going to flip their leader next turn. I think they were hoping to play a token there. We're going to keep another waylay. In fact, we'll... I mean, most likely they're going to plot out. So we won't be able to kill Sly. But if they do bring him out naked, we will surprise strike with the Nile and then waylay whatever else they play. This bodes much better for us that they played it that way. Okay. So that is going to give it a bump. So I think now we play this and make them choose if they want to eliminate that. And I think here there's no reason to attack in with the criminal muscle. So we'll just go ahead and swing. We will trigger. And we'll claim. And this will let us take out Sly. We know they have craving powers and overwhelming barrages and things like that. So we're trying to be aware of that. The other option would have been to hot shot blaster in for 8 to get them to 20. And then flip, put sudden ferocity on. So that might have been the actual play. Now that we think about it, but I think what we're going to end up doing instead is just having a really big leader. Yeah, so we could have gone 8. Then they craving power maybe to do 5. It would kill them. They're probably tapping down our leader here with a no good to me dead or something like that. They are not. Okay. So now we're just now we're representing lethal. We'll go ahead and claim, and that's GG's. So I think we could have definitely done this in a different order. But either way, I think this was a rough one for them. Okay, we're going to jump into an Anakin or Han DB. We have this Han DB from Average Joe. He sent it to us last time. We had some fun playing with it, so let's try it again. And see how it goes. And we got a couple games with this, and then I think we'll call it for the night. And then wish our syndicate teammates best of luck tomorrow in Arizona, as well as our friends from the Fallen Order, CBG guys, Blue Milk guys. Really great community. Hope everyone has a good time. Hey, so Ghetto Fish, we got in with a Han 2 Data Vault against Han 1 Data Vault. Oh, sorry. All right, well, we'll run one game like this, and if we can find a Anakin Data Vault, we'll play it. We're going to keep this, and the Grogu dies to any trade up, right? So we don't love that. We'll play this because at least we can trade up in the way that we want. Ooh, the modded cohort is not bad here either. The fell is going to cost 6, and I think we'd rather keep these other pieces. They do decide to trade. I think that's okay. We will trade back. We'll put this on the ground. I was going to damage something, but then I saw what it was doing. Ooh. Okay. So my decision here, I would like to play this, but this guy's causing problems. So he open fires. Okay, that's thank you. I was just trying to be like accurate to the name on there, but yes, blue spawn works much better. Thank you. Okay, so we would have liked the blue leader here. We don't have it. We'll deploy. Go ahead and attack here. An ambush. Okay. We really like the wrecker here. We'd like it more as an ambush target with timely, but I don't think we're gonna have that luxury. I'll just go to base. I should have kept the Cham. Blue pawn. Oh, there's no S. I got you. I got you. I'm slow but catching up. Um so I think we play this, but we don't destroy a resource. I think we just present it. Because I don't know what the destroying a resource does there versus us being able to play a home one now, which feels much better. And they can't trade up Kaz. Oh, they can do that though. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. I'm glad he's gonna get his swing in. Maybe he thought I wasn't gonna. Oh my gosh. Double General's Blade is cool, I guess. We'll play the Nemec out. Jeez. They got a lot going on, huh? Jeez. Okay. Do we just lose here? What else do we have? We kill this for 6. This attacks for 4. We have to kill that. We need the timely in hand, right? Put the blocker out. What they have? Oh, Kazuda because I resourced? Is that what it was? Yeah, I didn't even need to resource there. That's my bad. Okay. Let's see what we got in here to try and stop what the heck just happened. I want to put the Bendus in just because they look fun. Take out one. That blue leader, or that really messed with us, huh? Oh, why are there 60? Oh, there's a 62 card deck. I don't think I noticed that before. All right, we'll try one Bendu. I think we lost people. All right, I think next time we'll do the Anakin data vault. I think we're maybe go off for a little bit and then come back on or something. The Grogu feels a little bit better here because we have the initiative. I know one of the big things for Anakin is yeah, I like the Bendu. It's kind of an interesting card. I didn't realize it was a 62 card deck. Probably needs to be trimmed down a little bit. I like the concept of what's in it overall, but just some small changes, I think. I think Hantu Blue was definitely the best deck that we played with tonight. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and cheat this guy out. And I feel really good about this start compared to the last one. Part of me wants to hold this in hand, but I think I'll put it down. Ooh, okay. We'll play out the Poe just to make them make a choice. Like they can. Okay. I think that's fine. Let's see what they get. Sure. I don't really care about bringing Han out here because he just becomes a target. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. I do like the blue leader swinging. I also like the queen taking out the typho. If I had brought Han out, they could just power up the typho, right? And kill Han. So figure why not delay it. And now when they flip Anakin out, we can play a Sentinel. And they can attack into it. And then the next turn we can blue leader out to kill the Anakin, and that feels a little bit better as an overall play. They have Cinta. Okay. So they have the Cinta. Now we can. Now we have other options. Anakin dies. I think actually we just bring this out to sacrifice to Anakin. That feels okay. Deploy Han. Han's going to die to Cinta now, but I think I feel much better about that. Make them claim to try and have to kill Wrecker here. Oh, they got a blade. Okay. Okay. They show their own Wrecker. That's fine. We have an answer for that. We have a typho. And a rig. Okay. Okay. All of this feels pretty good. I think we put down the home one. Sure. They can trade home ones. And round and round we go. That Bendu would look amazing right now. Right? Ooh. Okay. Squee. Okay. I mean, I don't know. We're doing everything we can here, huh? This game is just dragging. We got, let's see this deck again. We got a lot of, we got walkers, we got 2 more home 1s, we got this Luke, got crates. Crate would be nice. I don't think we've seen any of this. We have not. There's a General's Blade on Gunji. I think that's a fell target, or I guess here we'll see what they have a second wrecker. So they're drawing a lot of top end and we're drawing a lot of middle. Definitely making it more difficult for us. There's the crate. How much does this cost? 2. Okay. I think we'll just timely out the crate for the win. Yeah. Okay. We finally drew one of our top ends to finish that game off, which felt nice. We might have lost our opponent. They might be trying to figure out what happened. They've requested an undo. I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of undo you can do on the game ended. I must have missed it. I don't know if they wrote something in chat. I must have missed it. So they'll have initiative again, which makes it much harder for us. We're gonna mulligan this one. I think the Nemec is a good one. I think this top end is, we'll see. Appreciate people hanging out. I know the stream's been going on a long time. This is gonna be our last game. We did a lot of testing with Cad Bane and Hantu Blue. I would say the Hantu Blue games went much better. I think we ran into a bit of control with Cad, which was a little rough. But that happens. I don't think the Cham gets played in this match. Probably would have been a decent sideboard out, actually. Although, it's a big unit, so it could do some damage. I'd like the Typho to survive here, but it won't. Sure, we'll create a spy token. They got a Nemec coming in. We will go to base. Sure. We wouldn't mind getting an attack in with Typho to take one of these out. They must have a ship, yeah. There's the Luke, the crate, the wrecker. A lot of options here. I think the crate goes down, unfortunately. All right, let's do that so we get rid of one of them. And we'll see from this turn how much, if we can turn it around and get up on top of them. We'll disclose the Amidala that we're going to play. Play the Amidala. A lot of Amidala and Amidala action going on here. I think in this case we play the Kellerin. Let's wait it out a second. I wanted to play the Kellerin, but I think that we had to do that instead. Okay. We'll trigger. Interesting back and forth. This guy lets you deal 3 damage to a ground unit, so that's interesting because when we play it, we can kill the queen. Oh my god, with this. Mr. General's Blade here is back. If we remember, that's how he got last game, or the first game, he got double General's Blade. Just amazing for him. We don't have the removal that we need for it. We have no choice here. And I'm not sure how we can come back from this, but this helps. So we'll take that out. We're going to take a lot of damage here. This will at least protect us. We're a resource behind now. And the crate's in our resource, so I think we're in a bit of trouble. Again, would love to see the Bendu. And they got it. All right. GG's. So maybe the typo was the play there. We were just in a tough spot. Oh, he left. Okay. GG's. All right. All right. So what do we do today? We went through the CAD. I think it's very powerful. I think there are people who have been playing it for a long time who are great pilots. If you watch the Illinois PQ stream, what an amazing job they did in those games. I think we would need a lot more practice with it to be competitive with it. We don't know the right lines. We saw in some of the faster matchups, but in like against regular decks, it feels great. Against the other meta decks, you gotta work with it. We didn't run into any ECL decks, which is what it's in theory really good into. And then the Han 2 Blue, I think we had a lot of good games there. We played 3 rounds with Rebel Resource against the Blonde Sabine deck. So fast. He took the first one. We took the second round of 3. He took the third round of 3. Really fun back and forth there. But overall, the deck felt pretty good and felt pretty competitive into everything we were running into. And just I think it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend for people. Make sure you watch. There's going to be coverage all weekend. Really appreciate people hanging out and watching us. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. We do live streams once in a while, a lot more. We do recording of videos, trying out some off-meta decks, some live play at our locals, just different things like that. Please like and subscribe, jump into our Discord. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great weekend.